Welcome back to One Consciousness. This week the message will be from the Horse Collective, which is unusual because the messages normally come from my animals. So there will be a change slightly in the message this week, and it remains to be seen as to why it's the Horse Collective who are actually giving us the message this week. But that hopefully will become clear as time goes on. So, over the past couple of months, you'll notice that the message from the horses, they've been lifting our spirits rather than concentrating on what's happening around us and behind the scenes, of which we all know there's a great deal happening at the moment. So, what they're asking us to do with these messages to lift our spirits is saying that it's time to prepare ourselves and not to worry so much about what's going on in the 3D. We do also need to balance our needs and requirements in the 3D, of course, but as far as possible, they're asking us to go into our hearts and particularly into our souls and to live in that space where we understand ourselves more and at a deeper level, and also our mission at a deeper level, all from our soul's perspective. This is very different from living and making decisions from our logical selves. And if you've tried balancing the decisions before or weighing them up between your logical side and your soul self, those decisions that you make can be entirely different. So let's move on then to another subject, but absolutely connected into this one. How is it that animals are able to love us unconditionally? And to me, this ties in perfectly with what they are showing us in glorious technicolor at the moment. They, animals and nature, they're so tapped into the one consciousness that they live as one with it, and they understand the interconnectedness of the all. So being able to witness and observe and to be with all the messages that are being sent through from the universe in its myriad of vibrations, they can tap into that and all the messages there on a constant basis. Notice how all their messages they're giving us today, as well as we go through those, how they dovetail in with the astrology of the moment too. Today, the 11th of January, is the day that the nodes change from Aries and Libra into Pisces and Virgo. These are all depicting how can we bring more of the sacred into the mundane, so into our everyday lives. Where can we bring the sacred in more into everything we do daily? And we could summarize this as this isn't time to go into escapism, which is also a risk now, with everything being so intense in the 3D and wanting to get away from all the atrocities that are happening at the moment in front of our eyes. But how do we bring our spiritual self and our soul into our daily life more, merging our spiritual self and our logical self more? It is our soul that will enable us to connect in more to the collective consciousness and the oneness where animals and nature receive all their messages from the universe, from the divine. How can we function more in this realm going forward as human beings? Not as human doings, as they say, but as human beings in our soul self. So this message is further highlighted this coming Monday at the Cancer full moon, where we have a powerful message from the cosmos to feel into our spiritual selves again and to be at one with the oneness of all, the unconditionality of our souls in this universe. How do we work with that? What do we do? And how do we do it? Probably the majority of us have had it drummed into us to work with our logical brains and make decisions from there. So how now do we transition into making decisions from our souls? It is totally different. We listen and we listen and we listen more deeply each time to our intuition and those messages that are coming through, maybe as whispers from our souls, that then start to get louder and louder, the clearer and the more intently and the more deeper we listen to them. So keep leaning into those whispers. Keep leaning into them more and more deeply. And meditate if you can, if that works for you. Ask for guidance to be with your animals and observe them and how they behave, particularly if you have your own animals. When you're with them, feel into the unconditional love they show you and that you have for them. Feel that shine through you and notice the space that they will happily help to take you into, where in this space the world opens up and you feel a sensation that's hard to describe in words, the place where they take you into, where the universe shines a light through to you, that connection there with the universe, with the oneness, beckoning you to come be with it. We all belong there. We are all part of the divine purpose, all with our own unique but interconnected purpose within the universe. That magical place. This is a space the Horse Collective is taking us into this week. So here is a message from the Horse Collective. They're showing me someone on a throne, looking so proud, calm, centered, rising above the 3D. And when I ask what they're showing me, they say they are holding us up, raising us up above the 3D. If we allow it, they are raising us up. And in this throne where often you see pictures or images in films of kings and emperors and queens being raised on a throne by people holding those long pillars that hold them up. Pillars is the word I'm getting through, but these obviously with the throne, they're horizontal rather than the vertical pillars. But they are holding them and all raising them up at the same time. That is what the animals are doing for us now, figuratively. They're holding us up, raising us up above the 3D. So notice what your own animals are doing to keep you raised above the 3D. How are they doing that? Whatever they're doing it on purpose. And it is in this collective universal timing into the energies to help humans rise above it all. That energy and this full moon energy in Cancer It's protective, it's calming, it's centering. Our animals and nature, they are such a huge gift to us. We are in their care here, in this vision, and in real life too, of course. So be open to the signs and what they're showing us and what they're doing to help us. For so long we think it is us rescuing them, as I said last week too. But this is a very different vision now of them protecting us and embracing these energies available where maybe it's not clear to us at the moment what's actually happening. They are masters of energy, tapping into the current stream of elevation and transcendence. So they're able to work with us in the most efficient, light, embracing way to lift our light bodies into this new era. As our light bodies lift, we will feel more centered in our hearts and able to feel those vibrations centering around us. Our physical bodies, however, are denser and therefore may take more time to ascend in this way. But the crystalline energy coming in is helping to transform our light bodies and our physical bodies to merge together seamlessly with an overall lighter, more buoyant effect that is able to work more in sync with the energies being offered to us all now. It may be painful to leave much of what we have known behind, or the certainty we've known, to keep that at a distance, or to be more of a distance to it. But they are showing us and encouraging us now to go with the flow of the lighter energies. There is so much joy in these energies and abundance and so much light shining through. From 3D to 5D, that elevation. And you will feel the difference in the energies so clearly. There is a massive clearing at the moment of the denser energies. That clearing is purging through now and has been over the last month, and particularly it feels over the past 2 weeks. The vision the Horse Collective is showing us now is of all the animals and nature holding us up in the air. An image that resembles so much of how we as children are lifted off the ground by our family and friends when we are young, so we can get a better view. Maybe we're on our dad's shoulders or maybe a relative's shoulders, to see more clearly at a higher level, being raised up by them to protect us from something that's going on lower down at lower levels. Raised up, totally protected and joyful on their shoulders. And that is what the Horse Collective, all the animals and nature are doing for us now. They're protecting us, raising us up into this more joyful space of protection, the light shining through into that joy. So make no mistake, this is what they are doing for us now in figurative terms. Can you feel that energy? Maybe you need to tune in yourself and meditate to feel it. But they are encouraging us all across the globe to embrace these new energies that are there for us all. They are there for us all to feel into those energies and to be in that joy. In that joy state, we will be able to feel and merge more with our hearts and souls. It is time for us to feel into our souls collectively and feel when we do and know that we are all connected through our souls, our light bodies, and we're all working together in oneness and unity. This is all happening literally now too. They want us to feel into that space. So the animals are raising us and our energies so we can tap more easily into it and be with these energies in absolute joy. There we will consciously be able to work with the incoming codes from the solar flares and the collective consciousness. They are reassuring us that we will know what to do from there. We will be shown. I'm going to leave it there for this week. In gratitude to the Horse Collective.